Greetings, Divine Radiance. Welcome. I am Nahkila Isha of AshworthScott Life Sculpting. I am a divine interpreter, interpreting messages and methods from the divine that empower you to create and live an abundant life. So, for today's tip and tool, what I'd like to share with you is the power of unconditional permission. Let's just think about that for a moment. Now, oftentimes we find ourselves saying things like, oh, when this happens, then I'll be, right? And so what we're doing is we're putting conditions on what we're able to create or how we're able to feel or how we're able to be, right? And your unconscious mind is always clocking those thoughts and those feelings and those beliefs, right? So number one, start by giving yourself permission to receive greatness, right? And then have no conditions on that greatness you're able to receive. You don't wait to take out the fine china for when you have a guest over. You take out your fine china and you eat on it just because you are worthy and deserving, right, of great things. So the same goes for your unconscious beliefs, right? You can consciously speak all day long what you're choosing to have or what you're choosing to be or what you're choosing to experience. But if you have conditions on it, your unconscious is clocking that, right? So give yourself permission, unconditional permission to live in your greatness, to be your greatness, right? Now, if you think in terms of what are we achieving, right? We are striving to achieve Christ consciousness, right? Right? Through Christ, all things are possible, right? So we're talking about your consciousness. We're not actually talking about a person, right? Or the concept that most of us have. We're talking about our consciousness, right? Your consciousness. There are no conditions. For those of you that are familiar with Jesus and are familiar with the story of Jesus in the Bible, whether you're Christian or not, you understand that Jesus is capable of all things, right? The divine is capable of all things. So when you are living in Christ consciousness, that divine power to be capable of all things, regardless of your circumstances, regardless of the conditions around you, right? This is what Christ consciousness is. So allow yourself to live, breathe, and be in that consciousness indefinitely, right? Infinity and beyond, because you are deserving, you are worthy. So don't cut yourself down and limit yourself based on conditions, right? Based on conditions. You can have it all, and you can have it all now. But first, there's some cleanup that you're being called to do up here, right? There's some cleanup. So go ahead, give yourself permission. If you are giving yourself permission right now with no conditions, say, I am choosing unconditional permission right now. I am choosing unconditional permission. I am choosing unconditional permission, and so it is. Put it in the comments. I am choosing unconditional permission, and so it is, okay? Unconditional permission to be great. Unconditional permission to have it all. Unconditional permission to access my inner divinity. Leave me a comment and a thumbs up if this video served you in any way. I thank you so much for allowing me to serve you, and share. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and do so and turn the notifications on so you don't miss all the delicious yumminess that gets posted to the channel, okay? I thank you, and I leave you with peace, love, bliss, and abundance. Have a wonderful day.